Good morning, students. Today's session is for BBA third year HR specialized student, and it is for your third HR specialization, that is for human resource development principles and practices. As usual, we will start the session with a discussion of our last class. In my last class, I discussed various objectives of HRD. Let me tell the objectives of HRD in a brief. The first objective of HRD is equity. Here the equity means what? Here equity means equality. Means HRD always gives equal importance to all the employees of the organization for developing their skills, knowledge and capabilities. Irrespective of the employee's gender, religion, caste, background, HRD gives equal importance to all the employees for developing their knowledge, skill, capabilities, and it helps all employees to sharpen their knowledge. HRD also gives equal importance to all levels of the employees, whether the employee belong to strategic level, whether the employee belong to tactical operative level. HRD gives equal importance to all the levels employees for developing their knowledge, skill, and capabilities. And it creates a suitable mechanism, a suitable culture inside the organization so that every employee get an equal opportunity for developing their skills, knowledge, and capabilities. Next objective of HRD is employability. The main intention of HRD is to develop the skills, knowledge, and capabilities of human resource. By developing the skills, knowledge, capabilities of a human resource can capable to get a good employment opportunity at anywhere. If the employee having the knowledge related to various things, if the employees have knowledge related to the latest thing, if the employees develop themselves a lot, if the employee are capable to acquire various knowledge related to latest technology, latest thing, then they are capable to get a good employment opportunity at anywhere. And this is possible through the techniques of HRD. HRD gives importance to developing particularly the skills of a human resource so that it helps the particular human resource to get an equal opportunity, get a good employment opportunity at anywhere. Next objective of HRD is adaptability. Here, adaptability means what? Adaptability means capability to adapt a situation. Here, the capability of adaptation of what situation? Capability of adapting a situation of changes that is implemented or arises in an organization. Means the responsibility of human resource manager or HRD manager is to continuously visualize whatever the changes happened at outside of the organization, and it is the responsibility of HRD manager or HR manager to implement such changes, initiate or implement such changes inside the organization. If these changes implement inside the organization, always employees are hesitant to accept such changes because they thought that if they are not able to work well with such changes, then it is difficult for them to retain with the organization. There are many chances of losing their jobs. So for that reason, employees are always hesitant to accept new changes, but it organization have to work well with such changes. So HRD helps the employee to adapt this situation. HRD helps the employee to develop their knowledge, skills, and capabilities, and it helps the employee to acquire various knowledge related to particular changes. After getting the knowledge related to particular changes, employees are motivated to accept that changes, and they are able to work well with such changes. So HRD helps the employee to accept new changes that is implemented inside the organization. Next objective of HRD is to development of trait. The ultimate objective of HRD is to improve the productivity of the organization, improve the performance of the employees. How it is possible? It is possible through the techniques of HRD. If the organization develops suitable mechanism for developing the skills, knowledge, and capabilities of a human resource, then only the human resource can capable to sharpen the knowledge. Then the human resource can capable to acquire various knowledge related to different fields, so that by utilizing these things, organization can able to achieve its success and organization is able to face the global challenges and face the global changes. Next objective of HRD is to create motivation. HRD motivate the human resource to exert high level of effort towards the organization. HRD's main intention is to improve the performance of the employees. How it improve the performance of the employees? By applying various techniques of HRD, organization capable to develop the skills, knowledge, capabilities of a human resource. After that, it develops the attitudes of a human resource, and it brings the positive changes in a within the employees, and it capable to bring behavioral changes. And HRD helps the organization to create a good image of the company in the minds of the employees, so that employees are positively motivated, so that employees are satisfied with the organization. If the employees are satisfied with the organization, then they are interested to exert high level of effort towards the organization. And motivation can be done with the help of with the techniques of HRD. Next objective of HRD is good relation. Nowadays, every organization wants to improve their productivity, wants to produce good qualitative goods at less cost, at less time. It is possible if there should be a good relationship exists between the employer and employees of the organization, and within an industry. If there is a harmony, if there is an industrial peace, then only organization can able to produce good qualitative goods at less time. And it is possible through the techniques of HRD. HRD helps the employee to develop their skills, knowledge, capabilities. It brings a positive changes in the within the employees, so that, and it create a good image of a company, good image of company in the minds of the employees, so that employees are satisfied with the organization. And if the employees are satisfied with the organization, then only it is possible for the organization to maintain a good relationship with them. And if the organization having developed employees, and if the organization having positive motivated employees, there are no chances for arising conflict, so that industrial peace can be maintained, and organization able to work in a most effective and coordinated manner, so that organizations improve productivity and performance can be improved. Next objective of HRD is develop team spirit. HRD gives importance to the teamwork rather than individual work. HRD always gives importance to development of teams, because it considers that an employee can be work well with a team. If the employee belong to a team, then they can able to get various capabilities from his fellow members, from his friends, so that they can able to work well. So HRD always gives equal importance to all the employees, and HRD gives importance to developing the team spirit, developing the team inside the organization. Next comes to organizational growth. HRD's main objective is to develop the human resource as well as developing the organization. It considers simultaneously, it gives equal importance to the developing of human resource and developing the organizations also, because it considers that if the employee skill, knowledge, capabilities is developed, if there is no proper system, no proper culture or mechanism for utilizing the developed skills, knowledge, capabilities of human resource, then developing human resource is meaningless and worthless. So, for utilizing the skills, knowledge, capabilities of human resource, HRD gives equal importance to develop the organization's culture also. If the organization having a proper culture, proper mechanism, and then only the organization can able to utilize the developed skills, knowledge, capabilities of the human resource, and that can help them to achieve the objective in a most effective and efficient manner. Next comes to last objective of HRD is human resource information. Here, what the organization or HRD department will do, HRD departments or HRD's main intention is to develop the human resource skills, knowledge, capabilities, irrespective of their labels, irrespective of their religion, caste, means it gives equal importance to all the employees for develop sharpening their capabilities. So it has to create a suitable developmental program for all the employees of the organization. If it doesn't have the total information related to all the employees of the organization, then it is not possible for them to develop a suitable or HRD program, suitable developmental program for total employees of the organization. So for developing a suitable HRD program for total or all employees of an organization, they have to maintain information about all employees of an organization. After that, they can able to make or design a developmental program or suitable training program for all employees of an organization. These are the major objectives of HRD. We will discuss a new topic of HRD, that is subsystems of HRD. So, in subsystem of HRD is also called as instruments of HRD or mechanisms of HRD. While discussing the nature of HRD, I told you that HRD is a system. Under it, there are various subsystems, and HRD uses different instruments for developing a human resource. So, what are the instruments, what are the techniques, or what are the subsystem of HRD? We will discuss now. These are the various HRD subsystems, and these instruments generally used by the organization for developing its human resource. So first subsystem of HRD or instrument of HRD is performance appraisal, next potential appraisal, career planning, training, organizational development, reward, counseling, quality circle, human resource planning, procurement and placement, job rotation. Last one is the quality of work life. Let me discuss the instruments of HRD in a detail. First subsystem or instrument of HRD is performance appraisal. So what is a performance appraisal and how it helps the organization to develop its human resource? HRD's main intention is to develop the skills, knowledge, capabilities of a human resource. How it is possible for the organization? If the organization having no ideas related to a particular employee's present performance level, then it is not possible for them to develop suitable training program, suitable developmental program for the employees. So they have to identify or they have to evaluate the employee's present performance level, and it is done with the help of performance appraisal. What is a performance appraisal? Performance appraisal is a process. Process of what? Process of evaluating the employee's performance. Through the performance appraisal, organization able to identify the employee's present level of performance, present level of knowledge, so that it can able to arrange, it can able to develop suitable training program for that particular employee, and by accepting these things, the employees' abilities, employees' skill, knowledge can be improved. It is not possible for the organization to develop a suitable training and developmental program for an employee unless until they have a knowledge related to employees' present level of performance, and it can be identified through the techniques of performance appraisal. Performance appraisal is a process of evaluating the person's present level of performance, present level of capacities, and it is the assessment of individual performance in a systematic way. In performance appraisal, what the organization will do? In case of performance appraisal, the organization systematically evaluate the person's performance. After that, they can able to get clear knowledge about the employee's present level of performance, so that they can able to make a suitable design, suitable training program for that particular employee, so that by participating in this training and developmental program, the employee skill, knowledge, capabilities can be developed. Next instrument of HRD is potential appraisal. Through the techniques of potential appraisal, organization also develop its human resource skill, knowledge, and capabilities. While discussing the nature of HRD, I told you that HRD is a process, and it starts with identifying the performance and potential of the employees. Means it starts with identifying the performance and potential of employees. Means it starts with identifying the performance appraisal and potential appraisal of an employee. In case of potential appraisal, what the organization will do? In case of potential appraisal, the organization or the HRD department identifies the person's capability, the person's potentialities to grow, to develop. After identifying the person's potentialities, person's capabilities, they develop a suitable training program for them, and that makes the employee to develop, grow, and to acquire various knowledge. In case of potential appraisal, the organization able to identify a employee's inherent abilities, inherent qualities of an individual, so that they can make a suitable mechanism to develop these potentialities. After developing such potentialities, organization use these things for achieving their objectives. So, potential appraisal helps the organization to identify the inherent qualities, inherent abilities of individuals, so that HRD makes suitable developmental program to develop such potentialities. HRD always considers that human resource having a lot of potentialities, and these potentialities have to be improved, and the improved potentialities should have to be utilized by the organization for facing the global challenges, for facing the global changes. So potential appraisal helps the organization to make a good match between employees potential and its job. And potential appraisal gives vital information about employees to the organization for preparing various career paths, for preparing career planning also. So potential appraisal helps the organization to identify its employees potentiality. Accordingly, organization makes suitable developmental program for developing the skills, knowledge, and capabilities and attitudes of human resources. Next subsystem or instrument of HRD is career planning. Career planning means what? Here the planning related to what? Here the planning related to one's career. Means here the planning related to employee's career. In case of career planning, the HRD department identifies various career paths for the employees. Means within his or her lifetime, how many jobs the person will be held, that is identified through the technique of career planning. So while making the planning related to career, the organization should have to consider, the HRD department should have to consider the person's education, the person's work experience, the person's knowledge, skills, the person's skills, knowledge. So the career planning must be done on the basis of person's education, person's experience, person's knowledge. And the career planning always starts with the person's SWOT analysis. With the help of SWOT analysis, the organization able to find out the person's strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. And accordingly, organization as well as individual both prepare their career plans. Both have to play a role for finding various career paths of employees, and organizations should have to provide an opportunity to employees to grasp what the various opportunities that is available, various jobs that is available within an organization. And for achieving the job, for achieving the higher position of a job, the organization should have to provide a opportunity, should have to provide a mechanism to the employee for developing their skill, knowledge, and abilities. After developing the skills, knowledge, ability, the person can able to get a higher position of job. Next subsystem of HRD or next instrument of HRD is training. Training is the main intention. Developing human resources is the main intention of HRD. HRM is a broader perspective. HRM concentrates on various functions like recruitment, selection, training, development, compensation, and many more. But HRD it gives importance to one aspect of human resource management, that is training aspects. In training, what the organization will do? In training, the organization is capable to develop the skill, knowledge, capabilities of human resource through learning. So if a person get training, then the persons or the employee are capable to improve, are able to improve the employees knowledge, skills, capabilities, so that the employee can able to meet the requirement of future and current job. So training is an attempt to improve the employee's current and future performance through learning. In case of training, or if the organization provide a suitable training program to an employee, then employee is able to get more knowledge related to different things, and they can able to ready to meet whatever the challenges, whatever the requirements they will face in future. So how the organization identify that a person require training. So organization identify the requirement of training by identifying the deficiency of employees performance. If the organization identify that employee having some lacunas, and employees are not able to perform up to the mark, and employees are not able to meet the standards, then organization thought that employee have some deficiency in their skills, having some lacunas in their skills, and organization have to develop them. So identifying the deficiency of the employee's performance, organization develops a suitable developmental program, suitable training program for the employee, so that the employee can make them comfortable to work, and the employee can able to get or acquire more knowledge related to different things, and they can capable to work well with their job and work well with their responsibilities. And training is the main intention, developing human resources is the main intention of HRD department. Next subsystem or instrument of HRD is organizational development. Through the organizational development also, HRD improves the skills, abilities of human resource. Organizational development main intention is to change the beliefs, attitudes, value, structure of an organization, that it can better adapt to new technologies, market, and challenges. OD helps the organization to create a suitable organizational structure, suitable mechanism inside the organization, so that the organization is capable to work well with new technologies, they can capable to meet the challenges given by their competitors. So HRD, the main responsibility of HRD is to develop a suitable culture inside the organization, that all employees get equal opportunity to grow, and the organization is able to utilize the developed skills, knowledge, and capabilities of human resource, and it can be done by HRD with the help of organizational development techniques. Organizational development involves various methods like MBO, stress management, survey feedback. In case of MBO, both the superior and subordinate jointly agree with the common goal, and the subordinate are interested to the subordinates of the organization are interested to accept the challenges, and the subordinates are interested to achieve the goals, whatever they jointly decided. And by applying the stress management techniques, organization also develop its or HRD develop its organizational structure and organizational culture also. Next subsystem or instrument of HRD is reward. Through the reward or by providing reward to an employee can be motivated towards the organization, and employees are interested to exert high level of effort towards the organizational objective. Means if an employee performs something extra, if the employee perform beyond whatever the assigned to him, then the employee should be rewarded, and this reward system is to be looked after by HRD department. HRD always identify which person is entitled to get a reward. If a person get reward, then the employees are motivated towards the organizational goal, and then employees are interested to utilize their potentialities, use their and the employees are interested to exert all their energies to achieve the organizational objective. Main intention of HRD is to achieve the organizational objective, improve the organizational production, and improve the employees' performance. How it is possible? It is possible through the technique of reward. If the organization provides a suitable reward to a human resource, if he performs well, then only the person's morale can be improved. Then the person will be motivated positively towards the organizational goal. So, identification of reward, identification of employee whom the organization should have to provide rewards. These things have to be looked after by HRD department. And through the system of reward, HRD develop its human resource. HRD use the identify the employees' potentialities, and these potentialities can be utilized by the organization to achieve its objective. Next objective, next subsystem or instrument of HRD is counseling. Here, counseling means what? The HRD manager or HRD department's personnel has to discuss with their employees related to various problems like health issues, financial conditions, and if the problems related to their subordinate, superior, whatever the problems of the employees, the HRD manager has to discuss with their employees and try to minimize these problems to a large extent, because the HRD's intention is to develop the human resource. HRD's intention is to improve the performance of the employees. How the person's performance can be improved if the person is interested to work, and if the persons are satisfied with the organization, then only the employees are interested to exert high level of effort. If the employees having some problems, then employees are not able to work comfortably. So whatever the problems of the human resource, the HRD manager or have the responsibility to discuss with them and try to minimize these things. So if the problems of the human resource can be minimized, if the problems of human resource can be minimized, then that employees are interested to exert high level of effort, then only that person is interested to give all energy to the all energy in the person, use all energy in their job, so that that only it is possible for the organization to utilize the human resource skills, knowledge, and capabilities. And through the counseling, organization can capable to reduce turnover, means organization can capable to maintain quality human resource, and through the counseling, organization is capable to minimize the absenteeism, and it helps to strengthen the superior and subordinate relationship. Next subsystem and instrument of HRD is quality circle. What is the meaning of quality circle? HRD's intention is to develop the human resource, growth of human resource, and through the technique of quality circle, HRD helps to develop the skills, knowledge, capabilities of human resource. How? Quality circle is nothing. It is a small group of people doing same and similar work, and they have to meet together on a particular period under the supervision of their superiors for discussing various problems related to their workplace. And in their discussion, they have to identify various problems. They have to identify various problems. They have to analyze various problems, and they have to identify various solutions related to particular problem. And whatever the problem they identified, whatever the solution also they identify, they have to suggest to the organization, suggest to these ideas to the organization. So after getting these ideas, if these ideas are implemented by the organization, then the problems of the employees can be set out, and the employees are interested to work willingly, and the employees are interested to exert high level of effort, and the problems can be minimized to a large extent, and the organization is capable to utilize its human resource, skill, knowledge, and capabilities. Whatever the creative ideas, whatever their innovative ideas, so through the suggestion, organization if accept these things, then only they can capable to utilize its human resource, skill, and knowledge. Next subsystem or instrument of HRD is human resource planning. So here planning related to what? Human resource. Organizations or HRD department's main intention is to forecast the exact human resource requirement in future. How many human resource will require in terms of quality and quantity. The HRD department should have to identify, and generally HRP is done by HRM department, but what the role HRD department has to play in HRP? HRD department has to identify such type of employee, has to estimate such type of employees who having the potentialities in future to, or who having the potentialities to capable potentialities to grow, to develop skills, knowledge in future. Means HRD's intention is to estimate exact or potentialities to grow, develop, and prosper in future. Next subsystem or instrument of HRD is procurement and placement. Procurement means what? Procurement means acquiring the people. It is done with the help of recruitment and selection. After recruiting or selecting a person, means after appointing a person, organization have to place them in the right positions. So HRD's intention is to place the candidates in a right position so that the person can able to exert all their energies to that particular jobs, and the person's knowledge skills capabilities related to particular field can be utilized better. If the organization uses the person's right skill, knowledge, and capabilities, then only organization able to face the challenges, able to meet the global changes. Next subsystem or instrument of HRD is job rotation. HRD's main intention is to develop the skills, knowledge, and capabilities of human resource. So for that reason, organization or HRD department rotate the job of employees. Means HRD rotate the employees from one job to another job. It is done with a view to or with a intention to getting various knowledge related to different jobs. Job rotation is a technique which helps the organization which helps the employees or as well as organization to get different or varied knowledge related to different things, related to different jobs, related to different aspects. Through the job rotation, organization is capable to or HRD is capable to develop its human resources, what? Skills, capabilities, and knowledge. Through job rotation, a person is rotated from one job to another job. So after rotating a person from one job to another job, the person able to get varied knowledge related to different things, related to different jobs. So in case of absence of any employees, the organization can able to achieve their work in a better way. So job rotation technique helps the organization to develop its human resource skills, knowledge, and capabilities. Through the techniques of job rotation, a person can able to acquire various knowledge related to different jobs. Last subsystem or instrument of HRD is quality of work life. Improving the quality of work life is the main intention of HRD. No doubt the main intention objective of HRD is to develop the skills, knowledge, capabilities of human resource, but it considers that if the employee doesn't get a suitable work environment, if the employee doesn't get any qualitative work environment, then the employee are not interested to work well. Then the employees are not very motivated to exert high level of effort. So for utilizing that human resource, developed skills, knowledge, and capabilities, organizations should have to provide a healthy working conditions, a qualitative working conditions. Means for improving the quality of work life, organization have to provide educate, healthy, hygienic working condition to the employees. If the persons or if the employees working life or environment of work life is improved, then only the person are interested to exert high level of effort, and the persons, whatever the knowledge, whatever the skills the person having, can be utilized in a most effective and efficient way. These are the instrument and techniques of HRD. By applying these techniques of HRD, organization is able to develop its human resource skill, knowledge, and capabilities, and by utilizing these things, organization able to face the global challenges and face the global changes. So this is all about today's class.